So I did a thing here. I ordered 2 of the priciest romance book subscription boxes that I could, and they are both here, and I want to compare them to each other in this video. So that is what it's going to be. I have 2 boxes to unbox, and they have a ton of stuff in them, and they cost quite a pretty penny. So let's get started. Okay, so first up we have a box from Readher Book Box. This was an interesting thing. I actually got this after I told you guys I was going to unsubscribe, and then I ended up resubscribing back, and then I saw that they had their season of a given book box special. So this is like different than their subscription box. It's kind of like something you have to pre-order, and it's different tiers that you can get. I always get the one that has everything in it, and then if there's a book that I don't like, my friend Simone loves books like these, so I usually tend to just forward anything that I don't want to read to her. Also, they were having a sale on their shirts, their hoodies and shirts, so I did pick up one at a discounted price. So this one says, "All I want for Christmas is more books." So this is how it looks. So this is the shirt. It looks really nice. I really like it. I definitely am gonna finish wearing it for the rest of this video because it's no longer Christmas time. So I've missed my time frame to wear this box. To wear this shirt. Oh, and on the sleeve it says Readher. I like that. It feels really comfy. Like, it's definitely will keep me warm. So we got a tote bag here that says there's probably books in here. I love that. I love that. So we have a little note here. And inside there's a bookmark with my name on it. I love that. And on the back it says Readher. That's cute. It looks like we also got some cookies. This is from Z Cakery, and these are cranberry orange holiday cookies. I wish with all of my heart that I could eat these. Oh my gosh, it's cranberry orange shortbread. Oh, that sounds so good. I am trying to be so good with myself, you guys. Okay, oh, I'm already loving this. Alright, so the first book that I'm seeing is from someone called Greynuff Fington. But the book is called Luca, and it says, "It's your world, I just live in it." And this is the Einzigerberger Effect Book 1. Luca. She's an angel, and she doesn't mind dancing with a demon. That's why I'd move mountains, dry seas, and hydrate the desert if it makes her happy. She brought goodness to the world. It was only right that I made it hers, along with the 2 tiny beauties that share her hazel eyes and perfect smile. For them, I'd do whatever. For them, I'd become whoever. Ever. He's a protector, and a far cry from the menace they've labeled him. He's just misunderstood. That's why I'd climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest seas, and conquer the desert if it brought us together. He brought so much wholesomeness to the world. It was only right that I made him a part of mine, along with my 2 minis that shared my story and sentiments. Because of him, we'd found happiness. Because of him, we'd found home. Okay, so next up we have a Christina C. Jones book. You guys don't know this, but my friend Simone, her favorite author is Christina C. Jones, so this automatically has to go to her. So this is Didn't Mean to Love You, and this is Serendipitous Love 2. Vivian is one of those people, the kind that believes in love at all costs. Broken hearts are a natural product of that, and Viv is used to dealing with it by simply ignoring the ache and moving on to a new love. But this time she can't seem to shake the pain, until Carter comes along, handing out easy smiles and the kind of attention that makes her not feel so fractured after all. Everybody knows Carter as this cool, confident, charismatic guy. He has a penchant for saying just the right things at just the right time, being just the kind of friend that's needed in the midst of sorrow. But as he and Viv embark on what was only ever intended to be a friendship, the idea of Carter as the perfect guy is challenged, and the real person could very well just be the next guy to break Viv's heart. Old hurts are unraveled, familiar bonds are tested, and hearts are put on the line in this story of 2 people who didn't mean to fall in love. I think it's signed, you guys. Oh, there's a code. It says use this QR code or enter this code, I can tell y'all, to get a free down book of the In Tandem audiobook. Oh wow, so we got a audiobook as well. I will be keeping that. But I will be sharing this with my friend Simone because I know she loves Christina C. Jones. There are a ton of books in this, you guys. Oh, I might keep this one. Look at the cover. So this is by Alexandria House and this is called Temper Me. Oh, that cover is stunning. All right, so it says, Brooklyn DeMerle is still piecing her life together after her divorce and the loss of a lifestyle she dreamed of since childhood. The single mother's time is filled with work at the prestigiously historically Black University Romie U, but despite her focus on rebuilding her life, she can't seem to forget the mistakes of her past. Van London is recovering from a health scare that not only affected him physically but mentally too. He's not the same man who spent his life traveling the world, and now he's returned to his alma mater to seek comfort in family. What he doesn't expect is to be drawn back into a past love affair with his sister's beautiful friend. Brooklyn is the one woman he's never been able to forget, and she's been harboring complicated feelings for him too. Their attraction is undeniable, but can these two broken souls embrace their second chance and finally find lasting love? And we also get a signed book plate, and oh, we also get a signed book plate, and then we also get like this cute little I guess print. So now we're on to one of my favorite authors, Danielle Allen. This is her latest book, What Hassan Wants, and I need it. I need it. What Hassan wants is her body. What Hassan needs is her mind. What Hassan has is a problem. Danielle Allen just, oh my gosh, I love her. And that's it. Like, we don't get anything else. We have to go into this blind, but get a hold of this cover. Like, yes. Yes. Next up, we have Drunk in Love by Tay Monet. It's such a pretty cover. What would you do if you woke up married to a stranger? Playboy WoW rapper Kazier is always in the blogs for some kind of scandal. Never been the one to play by the rules. He loves to test his limit. What happens when one weekend in Vegas he pushes past those limits and wake up next to a beautiful stranger? Nyasia has had a rough past, getting caught up with the wrong guy. Her love was going downhill fast. All she wanted was to start over and leave the troubles from her ex in the past. What was supposed to be a weekend of fun in Vegas turned into something life-changing. Once news come out about the marriage, Kazuya Teams thinks this is a change he needs to turn his image around. The only problem is both Kazuya and Nyasia are like oil and water. Now forced to coexist, the two must put on this persona to the public. Just when things seem like they're becoming real, a bomb explodes, threatening to shake the couple's life as they know it up even more. Are you ready to take a sip and get drunk in love? This is cute. So it's obviously like fake dating. I'm intrigued. There's still so many books left, you guys. So we have Hot Box by Ashley Nicole. Want to do things you never thought to your body. Cleo Wilkins has just finished a 14-year bid. At least that's how it feels. After years in an unhappy, unsatisfying marriage, she's looking forward to the cool, fresh breath of freedom. Before she can inhale, however, in walks Ariel Ellis. He's everything her ex wasn't and more, breaking down insecurities she thought she'd long overcome. Could he be the freedom she's been longing for? Doesn't really say much about what this is, so cool. Alright, so we have another book. This is Bash. It's Wolf Warriors MC. This is Bash by Casey Mills. It's a Sexy in Black 2022 special edition novella. I'm thinking this is a motorcycle club romance, which I have never read before, but I also have never read a black one either. So this is really interesting. This is cool. If you're going to give your heart to someone, make sure they're a writer. Wolf Warriors MC. This is cool. I've always wanted to read a motorcycle club book. Okay, so it doesn't really tell us what this book is about, but I'm thinking it's a black motorcycle club romance, which I would have never discovered that but for this box. So it's really cool to have that. Then we have Captivated by Danger by Ndaya Carter. So it says, Diesel Danger is a man who is described as having a god complex by those close to him. He's used to getting what he wants from women when and how he wants it with no pushback, until he runs into Grayson McCree. And it is signed by the author. Okay. So that's everything that we know about it. We have one more book that is a chunker. This is a tome. This is really big. Okay, so this is Demon's Dream and Unexpected Love by L. Kaysen. Oh, wow. It did not have to... There's no way. I'm not reading this book. This is too big. Okay. Demon Montana, clawing my way from the depths of hell to haunt the night bears and steal the lives of many, I earned the name Demon. Hardened by a life that no one should live, I had rules that governed my existence. No caring, no intimacy, no love. And then I saw her. Dream. Beautiful, brave, bold, and for 30 days she was mine. I would follow my rules, have her body, ignore her heart. Then she looked at me, like she knew me, like she saw me, like she loved me. And I knew 30 days weren't nearly enough. Dream Castle. Brilliant and badass, I was my family's fixer. I was the queen of negotiating and smoothing ruffled feathers. I had never met a situation I couldn't talk us out of, until my brother crossed the wrong family and they would accept only one payment for that debt. Me. For 30 days, I was supposed to give myself to a man so brutal they called him Demon. I had to follow his rules, honor his demands, be available to him only. When I met him, he had nightmares in his cold green eyes and an enemy's blood splattered on his hard, inked body. How could I survive a month with a monster without losing myself? Except those eyes seemed to thaw a little every time he looked at me, and his chiseled body fit perfectly against mine. There was so much more to the enigma called Demon, so many things that made him my Damien. Suddenly, the only thing I was worried about losing in 30 days was my heart. Okay, you got me. You got me. So it's a really big, but if you look at like the font, it's in the middle of the page and it's not a lot. So I'm thinking, although it's a big book, it might be a fast read because it doesn't take up the whole page. So I might still read this. It sounds really good. It sounds like a dark romance. I feel like I would read this, but it's gonna take me a while because this is a huge book. Okay. Oh wow, this one is heavy. So the next box that I have is the Willow Winters Big Book Lovers box. This is the second time I am unboxing this on my channel. I'm giving it a second chance. I honestly really liked the first box that I got, but I did get a lot of comments saying there were a lot of kitchen stuff. Like it was just like focus more on the books and bookish items. So, I'm going to give it another chance. This one is a really pricey box. I don't think I will be getting it again, well, at least not this year. So, we shall see if I get it again in the future, but this is the only time I'm going to do it this year. Okay, so the first thing I see is a little pouch. Oh, I should also mention that I get the Big Book Lover box, which is the biggest one, but I also get the add-on extra thing that's like $25, and I feel like so some of the stuff that I get is part of there. I don't think it's a lot. It might just be this thing and what's inside of this. So the first thing I'm seeing is this little pouch, and it says always a happily ever after, and there are things inside. There's a book. Oh, it's actually sprayed. That's pretty cool. And it says Comin' for Christmas by Christina Allen. This is the front. Okay, it is signed. And then it comes with like this relationship scorecard, which is interesting. I was not expecting it to be sprayed edges, but I did hear going forward that they will be doing sprayed editions, which I wish I would have waited to get that. I don't know if it's going to be in this box, but like, I think this might be the only sprayed book. All right, next up we have this really nice looking tote. Like this is a nice one. So it says Book Lovers. You can see W. Winters here. But this is nice. It has leather straps. It's pretty roomy. The only thing it's missing is a zipper. But, I mean, it's fine. It's nice. I will definitely use that. This is chocked full with a lot of stuff. So let me just grab this item here. It says thank you. Oh, this is stunning. So this is like a little wine glass. And it says Book Lover. This is really nice. I like the bottom of it. This is cool. Next up, it looks like we have a little just empty container jar. It has like a rose. Oh, it's sealed. Like it takes all the air off. Airtight container. And it's glass and it says always a happily ever after. Oh, this is nice. I love like little storage sets, so this is right up my alley. But like for someone who wants only bookish things, this might not be the box for you, because I feel like we're gonna get other things. Ooh, we have a white box. All right, let's see. So it says book lover. It's very minimalistic. Ooh, that smells good though. I definitely feel like I'm smelling, it smells like frosting almost. Yeah, like cake frosting. It's actually making me kind of hungry. Okay, so this is how it looks. Oh, this is a jewelry box. This is actually pretty cool. It has like a pink little interior, and there's like spaces for your, like, I guess rings. And then I guess, I don't know what would go in these little pockets here, but this is really cool, and it's perfect for traveling. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, or any really. But I mean, it's a nice gift to get. Next up, we have this little red thing, and it says "Love You, Maine." It's like this. And I guess it's like one of those things that you squeeze for like stress. We have another lid. I don't know what this is for. Oh, is this for the it has a lid. I'm assuming that this is what it's for, but it matches. This is really cool, because you know how like when you have your wine and then you step away, like you don't know what could fall in your drink. Alright, so we have some paper goodies here. Let's see. We have a bookmark. We have, looks like an art print that says Sugar and Spice Book Club. It's really pretty. Then we have a card that says thank you. Have an art print here, a quote print here. And we have some stickers here. All right, we have this thing. I don't know if it's a bookmark or what. I'm thinking it's a bookmark maybe, but this is how it looks. It's kind of stuck here. Let's see. Maybe, I think it's, yeah, it's a bookmark. This is really cool. I definitely will be using that. That is nice. Ooh, what is this? We have something in here? We have this. This, I don't know what it is. Like, one of those things like, you know, I can hypnotize you guys. Maybe it's a letter opener though, because it does, I think it's a letter opener. I wish it had like a spoiler card or something in here, because I have no idea what some of these things are. But I'm going to assume that this is a letter opener. And it says book lover. And it is like a rose gold. And it has like an antique looking feel to it. I have another bookmark. It looks like the rest is books. And we have quite a lot of them. So let's just jump right in. The first one is Dead of Night. This is book 1 in the Thornhill series. And it's by Emily Goodwin. It says never trust a vampire. So I'm assuming this is paranormal. I might have learned that lesson the hard way. Oh, never trust a vampire. I might have learned that lesson the hard way. But when I find myself in a vampire-owned bar, I don't have much of a choice. With vampires still trying to assimilate into mainstream society, I've done Lucas King a favor by stopping one of his patrons from drinking a human dry in the basement of his bar, a favor he'd prefer to repay in bed than in kind. Vampires and witches have had more than a jaded history, and when witches started showing up dead in surrounding covens, all signs point to something old and powerful, something that knows the ways of the witches, something or someone like Lucas. What's worse than trusting a vampire? Falling in love with one. This actually sounds pretty good. And I say that because I actually like vampires and I really like witches. So when you combine the two into a love story and a fantasy novel, I'm intrigued. I like this. The next book is by Nikki Ash, and it's called No Strings. Savannah. A sexy single dad and his teenage son weren't a part of my white picket fence fairy tale. But if life has taught me anything, it's that things don't always work out according to plan. Ben offers me no strings attached sex, but we could never be stringless. He has a son to think about, one who's very much a part of my life. No matter how much I want to accept his offer, taking our relationship to the next level would leave us entangled in knots. Benjamin. After experiencing firsthand the devastation love can cause, I knew having a family wasn't for me. Neither was being a single dad, but here we are, trying to make it work. The last thing I need is a distraction. But then Savannah waltzes into my world, stealing my treadmill at the gym, as well as my son's heart. We agreed to no strings, no complications, or commitment. But I'm going back on my word because now I know what it's like to be with Savannah. There's no way I'm ever letting her go. Just with like a little art print here, and it is signed by Nikki Ash, which is pretty cool. Well, we have one that's sealed. Like, this one was special because everything else wasn't sealed at all. So this is Chasing Love by Kat T. Manson, and this is book 1 in the Dark Love series. He was my first love, shattered me, then left without a goodbye. 8 years have passed, and now he's back, but I'm engaged, and he will do anything to make sure I'm his, again. I fought hard to rebuild my life, so when the ever-so-perfect Julian Baker proposes marriage, I'm ready to forget the past and move on with my new love. In a cruel twist of fate, my past and future collide. I'm forced to face the man who destroyed my heart back in high school. Lex Edwards, turned billionaire tycoon, is ruthless, cunning, and will not stop until I'm his. A complicated love triangle was never something I imagined when Julian proposed to me, especially not involving Lex. Hearts and egos are bound to be broken, but whose heart will capture mine when the darkness fade? Yes, it is signed. That's cool. So it is signed on the first page. And it's very, like, it's not even, it's really tight. Like, I feel like I'm ruining the book by opening it. And this is cool. And on, like, each of the page, you can see, like, a picture. Like, it's like this, but, like, a little bit different. This sounds really cool, and I like the size of it. Okay, so we have Brienne Asher, and this is Deadly by the Dillon sisters. It says, Obsession, Love, Death. I'm a fraud, or an imposter. I'm certainly a hypocrite. I offer advice for a living, encourage my patients to make wise decisions, help them help themselves to walk through life stronger, healthier, happier. Isn't that the goal? To live our best lives? If only I practice what I preach. I wasn't always like this. Every move I make lately is the opposite of smart. These questionable life choices are a new development. Started today, a certain Vitaly barged into my life. Brand Vitaly might look like a hero to the rest of the world, but looks can be deceiving. I'm driven by obsession for a man who's turned out to be dark, dangerous, and downright depraved. And I don't care, because sometimes depraved, debauched, hell, or even deadly is the only option. Oh, look at this, it has sprayed edges. Like, I'm shocked. Okay, nothing else has it though. Okay, and it has a signed book plate. This is pretty cool. Let's see. I just love when the first page is like a picture. I don't know. I like that. And it's like nice and floppy too. This is really cool. Okay. We have another like little promotional thing. Alright, so we have another book. This one is Love You Right by Julia Kent. This is a cute little like cover art. A missed opportunity 5 years ago makes for an unexpected encounter now between two people meant for each other, but who square off in a very public battle of wills in the small town of Love You, Maine. Love You, Maine. Where every day is Valentine's Day, can love conquers all in a town steeped in it? Cal LaVue refuses to be a sucker at love again. 5 years ago, he left D.C. with his pride severely wounded and his heart broken. Fiercely protective of his small town in rural Maine, he's determined to save the family tree business and avoid his feelings at all costs, no matter how much he loves to solve the mystery of what happened in D.C. LA native Rachel Hart hates being underestimated almost as much as she hates this small town. She has two goals on this trip. Get out of the cheesy tourist trap of Love You, Maine with a successful business deal and avoid running into Kel, her old friend from DC, who never became an old flame because of a huge misunderstanding. When her rental car breaks down on a logging road and Kel comes to her rescue, it's clear he's a changed man and not for the good. Grumpy and reserved, he pushes all her buttons, still stubbornly convinced she betrayed him all those years ago. He's never forgiven her, and she's never forgiven herself for carrying a torch from him. Very publicly embarrassing incidents get the town gossip mill going, but residents wrongly assume Cale and Rachel are the latest couple to find love in the most romantic place on earth. But the townsfolk aren't wrong for long. As Rachel breaks through his defenses and charms the town, he faces his biggest fear. All those pesky feelings he's been avoiding. Because they're all about Rachel now. And maybe they always were. Can Cale and Rachel fight their growing attraction in the one place in the world where you can't avoid love? That is so cute. So this must be like a Grumpy Sunshine romance. And also a second chance romance. There are a few more goodies here. So it said, there's a sticker that says, "Love You Coffee, where love is caffeinated." This is cool. It's really cute. And I am seeing like a little, what do you call it? Like a keychain, and it says "Book Lover." This is really cute. And I'm seeing more stickers. It says, "Coffee is the only reason I tolerate you." I'm seeing, looks like a little card for Clarissa Wilde. Another sticker that says, "Fiction is the only reason I don't hate humanity." Facts. I like that it's pink. I love me some pink and black. Alright, so this one says, "Love You, Maine, where every day is Valentine's Day." And then we also have another book, another thing from Clarissa Wilde. Oh, because Clarissa Wilde is the next book. Oh, okay. This is the cover. So this is Caged. Savage, untamed, and brimming with desire. They call me savage, an untamed beast. I was born in the cage, born to fight, born to carry its name. Locked away, I've spent years waiting for my mate. I'm pent up with need, brimming with desire. All I want is her, that beautiful girl from the picture on my prison wall. Girl, he in prison, child. Now she's finally here, sharing a sale. They put them all in the same sale? Now she's finally here, sharing a sale, so close, so hard to resist. But one thing's for sure, she's already mine. This is gonna be good. Okay, we have a signed, I'm excited to read this. Okay. This is a nice cover. We still have more books to go, y'all. Okay, so this one is Hostile Hearts by K.E. Osborne. This is a billionaire romance. Step up and be a man. That's what I had to do when my father walked out on my mother, sister, and me for the other family he had on the side. He left us with nothing, so I had to become something, someone better than he thought I could be. I made it, despite my father, because of my father. All I need now is that one huge client for my business to soar, to rocket me into the stratosphere where I belong. To do that, I need help. I need her. Brianna Cox, New Orleans' finest event coordinator, sassy, feisty, gorgeous. Our chemistry is off the charts. There's only one problem. We can't see eye to eye. But we've signed a contract. She's made it clear that seeing this contract through is the last thing she wants to do. Brianna's determined to keep her distance. I'm struggling to stay the course. But in the end, will our hostile hearts give in to temptation? It is signed, and she says, "Happy reading and much love." This is nice. This sounds really cute. We have two more. So the next book is Brianna Lynn. This is Fallen for the Beat. What do rules and hearts have in common? Their ability to be broken. Jesse. Rule number one when it comes to relationships, don't. Especially if I work for him. Last 6 years, I've had one goal in mind. Become a music therapist. I'm almost there, but as a favor to a friend, I show up to an interview for a nanny position and fall in love with a 4-year-old little boy whose words are anything but verbal. The only problem? His dad is Chris Rivera, aka Topher Rivers, the bassist for Just One Yesterday. And it only took one glance to fall for his charm. Getting involved with a musician, been there, done that, and shredded the souvenir concert t-shirt, so why can't I seem to stay away? Chris, I've made a career out of breaking the rules. Otherwise, my band would have never made it out of the garage. Jessie Bryant is all about rules. As my 4-year-old son's nanny, she makes me want to create a few of my own. Rule number one, ignore my attraction for the woman 13 years my junior, especially when she works for me. When that proves impossible, I want to ball her rules up and throw them in the trash, because every day it gets harder not to imagine what she tastes like, what she feels like, what she would look like in my bed. I've never been good at following the rules, and her rules are one I'm going to enjoy breaking. All right. So it looks like we have a signed, I guess when you put it in here, it's going to look like it's part of the thing, but it's signed with like a little Sharpie, but it's like transparent. And so that's cool. And this is book 5 in the Heartbeats series. But anyways, ooh, okay. These covers are pretty good. So the final book is by Cassandra Robbins, and this is called Rise. And this is book 1 in the Rock God series. I know what I want. So when opportunity knocked, I took it. I grabbed my shot, willing to do anything to make it happen. From the beginning, I knew I was destined to be with the 6'4", bourbon-eyed rock god. Only back in the early days, he wasn't a god. Rise Granger was my brother's friend, the boy next door, who wrote verses and played his guitar in our garage. He was talented, exciting, damaged, the kind of guy who makes all the girls cry. Except for me, I thought I was special. Turns out I'm not, and now I despise him. He's the lead singer of the Stuffed Muffins, one of the biggest bands in the world, with dark hair, full lips, and a body to die for. Unfortunately, he's a D-word. Not that I care anymore. I have my own career. I'm successful in my own right. So when offered another once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I turn it down. But the universe has other plans, and I'm forced back into the savagely glamorous world of rock and roll. Thrust into battling his seductive smile, his dangerous kisses, and my own addictive needs. He might be a rock god, but he's also a man, and I'm the woman he never saw coming. Okay. Normally, I don't tend to like the rockstar romances, but I'll give it a try, and it does come with a nameplate. Okay, so that was everything that came in both of the boxes. Now it is up to you guys. I want you to leave your vote in the comments which box you like better. Was it the Readher Season of Given box, or was it the Big Book Lovers box from Willow Winters? Let's see. So if I personally had to choose, I'm gonna, I don't know, it's so hard. Okay, let me just say my thoughts. For this box that I just unboxed, I really like that all of the books were signed, or most of them, and then there were some that had the sprayed edges. I feel like normally in some of the romance boxes that are paperback, you don't really get the sprayed edges. Normally they're just signed. I really like that, which was a little bit different than Readher. Feel like this one had more books than Readher, but I am not certain. But I'm gonna go with yes. So it had a few other goodies in it. I feel like we didn't get that many goodies in the other box. What I like about Readher is that it introduced me to a lot of the books by Black authors that I would not have discovered but for that box, and different types of tropes that I have been wanting to read but haven't really gotten into, such as my Motorcycle Club. There's like some dark stuff. So I'm excited for both of them. But if I had to choose which box I liked more, I would choose this one. I just feel like it had quite a lot of things in it. Yeah, and I don't recognize any of the authors, any of the books, which is a good thing because I'm exploring like new to me authors here. But I'm excited. I'm excited to read most of them, and I feel like my level of excitement was just a tad bit more with this one. I still recommend both of them. I feel like the bang is definitely there. You get a ton of books in both of the boxes, along with some other really cool things. But yeah, what do you guys think was the best of these two boxes? So if you like videos like this, definitely click that like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, click the subscribe button to keep me on your timeline. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.